I am back with another video. I hope you liked our previous video. If you really liked it, then please subscribe our video and get the benefit of latest videos. So students, let's start the topic. Today's topic is spherical lenses. So before we go to what are spherical lenses, we should know first what is a lens and why these lenses are called spherical lenses. So बच्चों, स्पेरिकल लेंसेज, स्पेरिकल वर्ड जो है वो अपने आप में हमें बता रहा है कि ये कहां से ग्लास स्फीयर से कटा हुआ है. They are cut from solid glass spheres. Okay? And students, lenses. Why all glass sheets are not called lenses? Why all transparent surfaces are not called lenses? That means lenses must be specific refracting surfaces. Okay, so let's try to know what is a lens. Lens है क्या? ठीक है, तो lens क्या है? What is a lens? A transparent material having at least one curved surface. Surface is called a lens. Okay. Now, as we know, a curved surface may be externally curved or internally curved. So, students, as we discussed in reflection of light about mirrors, when the reflecting surface is externally bulged, then it is called convex. When the reflecting surface is internally curved, then it is called concave. Okay, so here also, if the refracting surface is externally bulged or it is thick at the center, then we call it convex lens. And when the refracting surface is internally curved or the lens is thin at the center, then we call it concave lens. Okay, so types of lenses. Types of lenses. Students, types of lenses. So the lenses are divided according to the surface. So we have first is convex lens, and second is concave lens. Convex lens and concave lens. Okay, depending on the surface. So as I told you, a convex lens is externally curved. So student, this is externally curved, and concave lens is internally curved. This is a concave lens. Now, since it has one surface only externally bulged and one surface is plane, so this type of convex lens is called plano-convex lens. Plano-convex. Okay, and here also one surface is internally curved, so it is concave, and one surface, the other side is plane, so we call it plano-concave. Plano-concave lens. Now, but it is also possible that this convex can be accompanied or joined in a concave. On one side, it can be concave also. So here, it like a lens can be like this also. So this lens is convexo-concave, and if it is internally curved like this and the other surface is like this, then this is called concavo-convex. Okay. Again, students, it may be both the surfaces may be curved, both the surfaces may be externally bulged. So here we have again another type of convex. If both the surfaces are externally curved, then this is called biconvex. Biconvex lens. Okay. Similarly, if both the surfaces are internally curved, then we call it biconcave. Biconcave lens. Okay. So in your course, generally when we say convex lens, we are actually talking about biconvex lens. When I say concave lens, I am talking about biconvex concave lens students. So in general, the convex and concave lens, when we are talking, it is about biconvex and biconcave lens. So let's see some important terminology related to this convex lens and concave lens. So students, important terminology. Important terminology. Okay, important terminology. So first students, first principal focus. First we talk about first principal focus. We denote it by F1. Okay. So what is this first principal focus? First principal focus, students, like for example, say I have a convex lens. I have a convex lens, right? And this is the principal axis which we have already discussed in mirrors, right? So if suppose an object is placed at a point on the principal axis, an object is placed at a point on the principal axis. So here, okay, now after refraction through the lens, if these rays of light become parallel to the principal axis, then this point is called first principal focus. Okay, first principal focus is the point on the principal axis where if an object is placed, the rays of light coming from the object after refraction through the lens become parallel to the principal axis, then this point is called first principal focus. Okay, so and what about, so here a point on the principal axis where when an object is placed or a source of light is placed, object here, when we say object, it is a source of light. An object is placed, then the rays of light after refraction becomes parallel to principal axis, then this point is called first principal focus. Okay, then what is second principal focus? What is second principal focus? F2. Now I take another convex lens. So rays of light coming parallel to the principal axis. If the rays of light are coming parallel to principal axis and after refraction meet at a point on the principal axis, then this point is called second principal focus. So second principal focus, F2, so F2, a point on the principal axis where rays of light meet after refraction. Through the lens. Okay, it's called second principal axis. Second principal focus. Second principal focus or F2. Okay. Now, what if we take a concave lens? What will happen? Suppose I replace these convex lenses by a concave lens. So let's see what will happen when we replace it, students. So here, if I take concave lens, okay, right? I have taken one concave lens here. So same way, principal axis, this is the axis of symmetry, right? So the rays of light coming parallel, okay, and So concave lens is a diverging lens. So it will get diverged after refraction. Now student, so this point is called second principal focus. Okay, second principal focus, when rays of light coming parallel to the principal axis after refraction through the lens, they get diverged, and when produced, then these appear to meet at a point on the principal axis. Then this point is called second principal focus. Then what is first principal focus? For a concave lens, what is first principal focus? So let's see what is first principal focus for a concave lens. So if I have here, say, first principal focus, I take one concave lens. Okay, this is the principal axis. This is the principal axis. So here, this is F1, and this is F2. Okay, so if a ray of light is incident, such that it appears to be student incident at the first principal focus, and after refraction it becomes parallel. Then this point is called here, like from this side also I can take, for example, in this way, in this manner, right? So this becomes parallel. So here this point is called first principal focus. Okay, so for concave lens, first principal focus is that point on the principal axis where if a ray of light is incident and it becomes parallel to the principal axis after refraction, then that point is called first principal focus. And if parallel rays of light after refraction get diverged and appear to diverge from a point on the principal axis, then that point is called second principal focus. Okay, now next important terminology here we have is optical center. Optical center, we denote it by O. Just like in mirrors, we had pole as the center of the reflecting surface. Similarly, student, in lenses, to differentiate that, the center of the refracting surface of the lens is called optical center. So, what is optical center? It is the center of the refracting surface of the mirror of the lens. Okay, so like for example, I take one convex lens. Okay, so this is the axis of symmetry and in equal part. So this point is the optical center. Okay, optical center. So the principal axis passes through the optical center. Okay, and here all the distances, just like in mirror, in lenses also we measure all the distances from the optical center. And if we study here, in this case, students, f1 is equal to f2 for both the lenses. Whether it is concave lens or convex lens, f1 is equal to f2. Okay, now, so this is the optical center, right? Now, another is optical aberration. What is this optical aberration? When the rays of light is refracted through the lens, then all the rays do not converge at the same point. There is a minor difference between the converging lenses, converging point of different rays of light. So students, that is called optical aberration. That particular term used is optical aberration. Okay, so several rays of light are incident, then what may happen? So fourth is optical aberration. What is this optical aberration? So, like for example, I take one convex lens, okay, and several rays of light are incident like this. So, students, some rays may be meeting here, but some may be meeting little bit far in this way. So, this is called optical aberration. Okay, not all the rays will be converging at the same point, though we say they meet at a point. But if we study it minutely, there will be minor difference between the convergence of the rays. So this is called optical aberration. Okay. So next term is aperture. Aperture. The diameter, just like the lens, the diameter of the refracting surface of the lens is called aperture. So how big? We denote it by A. How big or small? Say a lens, I may draw this much big lens, I may draw this much big lens. So naturally, students, more light will be incident on this lens surface than this lens surface. So more light means more bright image will be formed. Okay? So more brightness. So intensity of image is directly proportional to A square. Aperture का स्क्वायर पे डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल होता है. How bright will be the image, that is decided by the size of the refracting surface or aperture of the lens. Okay, so these are few important terminology. Rest of the terminology are, students, just like the mirror, concave and convex mirror. Okay, so now let's proceed further and learn about rules of ray diagram. Rules of ray diagram. So just like rules of ray diagram, students, just like mirrors, here also we have rules of ray diagram for lenses. Okay, so first rule is rule number 1. It is very simple. When either you take a convex lens or a concave lens? First of all, first thing you have to keep in mind is the concave lens behave like a convex mirror and a convex lens behaves like a concave mirror. So this is in very short to understand the rule. So first students, when a ray of light is incident parallel to the principal axis, then it passes through the focus. It passes through focus, so F1 this side and F2 this side. Okay? One thing I would like to make you clear, that since it has two curved surfaces, then it will have two center of curvature. Okay? C1 and C2. Right, students? So it passes through the focus. So this point is F2. Right? So if it is a concave lens, then what will happen? So similarly for concave lens, I take the principal axis, a ray of light is parallel to the principal axis, it is a diverging lens, so it appears to diverge from second principal focus. It appears to diverge from second principal focus. So this is first rule for convex and concave lens. Second rule, students, second rule is if the ray of light passes through the focus, first principal focus, then after refraction through the lens, it becomes parallel to the principal axis. Similarly, if it is a concave lens, then what will happen? Let's see what will happen. So, if it appears to pass through first principal focus, then after refraction, it becomes parallel. Okay, so this is the optical center. Right. Third rule. What does third rule say? So third rule is if a ray of light is passing through the optical center, students, then this will emerge out without bending. Okay, it emerges out without bending, whether it is a concave or convex or concave. So here ray of light, it emerges out without bending, right? So similarly, so these are, students, these are the rules of ray diagram for a convex and concave lenses. Okay, I hope you liked it. In our next lecture, we will be discussing about image formation by convex lens and concave lens. Thank you very much. If you like it, please share and subscribe. Saptarshi Mindware Editing.